Everybody, sorry it's been so long that we haven't been releasing any videos, but it's because it's been really long days and I haven't had a lot of time to edit. But I'll be releasing videos as soon as I get time. We're on day number 9 of this project, even though it's more like 7 full days and 2 days of evenings. So the reason why this has been taking so long is because even though this has a big industrial size heater in here, the fan doesn't work, and so it's still giving some temperature in here. The most it's getting is about 61, 62 degrees, which is not enough for vinyl to really get warm enough to stretch out. So we're using some space heaters. Got a propane little ambient heater over here. We've got this propane heater that's behind me that's supposed to really be kicking out a lot of heat, but it doesn't because something's wrong with it. It's borrowed. Almost everything about this whole project has been either having to redo it because I didn't do it right the first time, or we got the wrong parts, or just a lot of setbacks. But I think we're eventually going to conquer this, and this will be fine. But I'm just waiting for this to get stretched out enough where we can do something, because right now we're just waiting so this can stretch out so we can glue the front end down here, and then once this is glued up front, then I can move back to start cutting out the window material, the window around the material around the window, and then and that's really, with the exceptions of some trim work, it's that window is the last piece of the puzzle. That'll be the last thing to be doing. But right now we're just kind of playing the waiting game. I was hoping to have this done in 4 days, and if things had gone smoothly, it would have been. But because I could never get this room hot enough, it hasn't worked the way it's supposed to. So my advice is, if you're going to do this, make sure you have a very good heater. If you're going to be doing it in the winter, make sure that your garage is nice and warm, at least 75 to 80 degrees, because you need this if you're doing vinyl. I'm not sure about the canvas, if that requires a lot of extra heat or whatever to stretch, but I know that with the vinyl you need lots of heat. So we're using a heat gun. We're doing a lot of things, and we can get it temporarily stretched, but as soon as we move away, the air around here kind of cools it off, and it kind of recesses a little bit. I've had lots of help along the way. I had my nephew Patrick, my daughter Claire, my friend Sam came out, and my wife Allison has been really helping me a lot this past several days. And it's great because she has a good eye for these things, and she's the one who's caught some of my mistakes that I've made that we've had to redo. So I think I'm going to retitle this "The Misadventures of Installing Otto's Convertible Top." Now, when I get to Kuiper, which is my daughter's 72 Super Beetle convertible, in the summer, it's going to be a lot better. I've already made all of my mistakes I'm supposed to be making, and it'll be warm. It'll be summertime, so we can just get this out in the sun, let it stretch out. We won't be in a big rush because we're at home, So that's been I've been pressuring myself because I really wanted to get this done quickly, because I didn't want to be in a position on my nephew's business here. This is his business garage, but so far it hasn't been that bad for him. He says it's not interfering with his job at all. So I'm grateful for that, because I would not be able to do this in my carport. I mean, as bad as this is, as long as this has been making us wait, this is nothing compared to what would have been. I would never have done that. I would never been able to do this in my carport, because it never would have gotten at all hot enough to even get this far. So anyway, so keep watching. Thanks for the comments, and the videos will be coming shortly.